what it was doing. Anyway, we don't want them to feel like less of a person. We don't want them to feel like they're beneath. No, 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 no. You teach kids, the proper way to teach kids is you are rewarded for proper behavior. You're rewarded for proper accomplishment. Just like the minimum wage. They want to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. And you got skilled laborers that some of them are hardly making that. And you're going to just raise someone who, now listen, there's no shame or disgrace in flipping burgers. I'm not saying that. There's no shame in any kind of job if you're working a job and earning money. But there are different pay levels for a reason, because some people have to go to school and get educated. Get educated to perform certain jobs. And so you don't give everybody the same pay, regardless. That's ridiculous. And listen, one thing that makes, and I refer to it all the time, you go through the drive-through window, and 9 out of 10, well, at least 8, maybe 9, but at least 8 out of 10 times my trip through the drive-through window, very rarely do I get the order. Do they get the order right? They don't. I've gotten somebody else's order before. After I drove off and realized that, I got somebody else's order given to me. They don't offer you condiments unless you ask for them. Sometimes they ain't even napkins in the bag. And so, why are you going to award them with $15 an hour and they can't even get a drive-through order straight and keep it straight? I mean, somebody said, "Well, that's just being no, that's just being practical. That just makes sense. You get paid $15 an hour if you are doing what's required to earn $15 an hour." And all that's going to do, any economist, and I'm not an economist, but any of them's got one eye and half brain, knows that all that's going to do is drive up the price of everything else. $15 an hour, that drives up the price of burgers for everybody else. Others who are not getting raises, who are not seeing pay increases. I've seen one increase in 5 years in my pay and decrease in other circumstances. But, you teach children in their early years that they're awarded accordingly. Because life is not just going to hand them everything. Life is, unless you're a Democrat, unless you're a liberal that thinks that every, Bernie Sanders, whenever he was running, wanted everybody get free education. Everybody get free college tuition. No, it is not free. Somebody's got to pay for it. And guess who it's going to be? You and me, taxpayers. We're going to pay for it. Nothing's free. You can't say it's free. That's a lie to say it's free. It's not free. It's costing somebody something somewhere. And so we need to get back teaching our children that they need to earn. Raise your kids with a work ethic. Raise your children with a work ethic where they realize and understand. If I'm going to eat, I need to work. If there's clothes I want to buy, a roof I want to put over my head, I need to work. I'm not saying that don't help them out sometimes when they're in a tough time thing. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying they've got to learn to stand on 2 feet, because mom and dad ain't always going to be around. They're not always going to be here.